What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of Days of Our Lives. I enjoyed this episode. This episode was fun. Um, Kayla got some damn flowers. She thinking the flowers are from Steve, and Steve, he was like, "Shit, I ain't send you no flowers." He said, "I love you, but it ain't for me." He was under the assumption that one of their kids may have sent them until he saw the note. I guess, and he learned that Orpheus is the one that sent them. So of course, he thinking it's a trick. Like Orpheus done set a bomb or something on it. So he checking it for a bomb. He didn't find one. Steve was ready to go to war. Steve pulled that gun out quick. Kayla was like, "If you don't put that damn gun back," I don't blame Steve. Steve was ready. Steve said, "Listen, I'm about to go deliver my own damn message." Um, I definitely agree with Kayla. I feel like Steve, I wouldn't say Steve should ignore Orpheus. I think Steve going over there to confront Orpheus is what Orpheus would expect from him. He wants Steve to lose his cool. He's playing mind games. He wants Steve to lose his cool and make a mistake. That's what he wants him to do. He's trying to take Steve off guard. That's exactly what he's trying to do. So I'm glad Kayla, was able to talk him down. Like, don't go confront him because you're giving him what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like keep an eye on him, stuff like that. Definitely don't let your guard down. I do agree with that. But Steve was ready to put a couple bullets in his ass, and I don't blame him. But go about it a different way, because you kill him, you're gonna go to prison. Orpheus ain't worth all that. Um, so he wanted to escort, Kayla to the hospital and stuff, made sure she get to the hospital safe. And they got an alert or whatever about their home security or whatever. I guess their alarm went off or whatever. Kayla wasn't really worried about it because she said that the damn home alarm system or whatever, I guess, keep malfunctioning, but it stopped. Um, my thing is, if your home alarm keep malfunctioning, you might want to send somebody to go look at that because it's all about safety at this point. Y'all do live in Salem. My security would have to be A1 if I lived in something like Salem. Like, my shit would have to be A1. I would literally have cameras all around my house. Like, honestly, I would have cameras all around my house on the sides, the front, the back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have a camera in the living room so that way, I could check my cam if I'm in bed late at night, watching some TV. I could just glance over on my tablet, look at my camera system. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's functioning. Everything is in working order. And I definitely would have some lights on the side of the house and stuff. Those motion sensor lights? Have some of those. I'm just saying, like, in the times that we live in, you need good security. Like, you really do. Um, I don't have cameras around my house right now, but I definitely got motion lights. Them damn things stay going off because of strays. Basically, animals like raccoons and stuff like that. Because when my lights go on, I do be checking. Just to be safe, better safe than sorry. Um, so Steve was like, let me go home and go check on it. He done got home, he got his gun out. Steve and that gun. Listen, Steve is always on ready with that gun. I ain't mad at him because you can't be too safe. It's like you gotta be extra cautious, especially when you got Orpheus running around sending y'all flowers and shit. So he got up in the crib or whatever, and it was Stephanie. That's why the alarm went off and it stopped. My guess is she put the code in or whatever. So it's good to see Stephanie back in Salem with her cute self. I'm glad, Steve and Kayla got a child back in town and stuff like that. It's about time because they need at least one of their kids in town. It'd be cool to have them all in town, but shit, if I can get one, I'll take it. So I'm glad Stephanie's back. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Alex. I am loving Alex. I've seen some people on Twitter and online saying that they don't like the Alex character or whatever. Listen, every character is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I respect it. I'm feeling Alex because for me, he's such a breath of fresh air on this show. Like, he's not afraid to be himself. You know what I'm saying? He could be ruthless. He definitely got a dark side to him, but he got such a playful side, and he a hoe, and I like it. He just be running around just having all type of casual sex. He got some girl in the living room. Sonny was like, who are you? Like, she just in the living room all making herself at home. Sonny said, ma'am, can I help you? She introducing herself or whatever. He greeted her or whatever. Alex, every time he brings a random girl home, he can never remember their name. For the life of him, he can never remember their name. And homegirl looked like she was just annoyed at that point, so she let herself out. And I do agree with Alex. Like, Sonny is very judgmental, like, about Alex having casual sex. My thing is, there's nothing wrong with people having casual sex. Trust me, we all do it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, my thing about casual sex, as long as you're being safe, that's my thing. You can have all the sex you want, as long as you're being safe, as long as y'all using contraceptives, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be judging nobody. Um, and my thing about Alex is the one thing I wouldn't do, which was makes me different, is like he be having too many randoms in Victor house. It's like you live with your family. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you live on your own, you got your own place. If you got your own place, cool, you can do what you want to do. You can bring random females over anytime you want to. But when you're living with family, it's like that's mad disrespectful though to just be bringing randoms over and having them all up in the living room and whatnot. You don't even know their name. I'm just saying that's a little rude to me, but you know I'm all for the casual sex because at the end of the day it's just sex. You know what I'm saying? And Sonny trying to make it seem like, oh, Alex should just use people. My thing is, I don't see him as using these women. It's like a lot of the women he get with, I'm pretty sure they know what time it is. They know what time it is. Like, come on now. I doubt Alex minces words with these women. Like, he doesn't sugarcoat with them. Like, they know what time it is. Hell, even Chanel and Allie knew what Alex wanted. They knew he was about sex. They knew that. It's come on, it oozes out of him. You could look at him and talk to him for 5 minutes and tell what he want, and it ain't no ring and a white picket fence and no golden retriever. I mean, come on now, he's not. You know, he doesn't sugarcoat it. Like obviously, he want the booty. Clearly, ain't nothing wrong with that. So I'm pretty sure the women he hook up with are well aware what he after, and they freely give it up. So it's a mutual. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, it's mutually beneficial because Sonny pretty much was lecturing him about having a partner who you know you could love and you know getting real defensive. And Alex, you know, he picked up on that. He was like, "You getting real defensive." So he noticed a picture, you know, an article or whatever about Leo killing Abigail, being a suspect or whatever. And that's when Sonny told him about Leo and how Leo drugged him. I love how Alex and Sonny can have a disagreement and argue, but when it comes to his brother, when it comes to his family, and somebody did something to them, he gets very defensive of them. You know what I'm saying? And I love that because once Alex heard what Leo did to Sonny, he was ready to beat the hell out of Leo. He was ready to kill that man. Like Alex was not playing. That's what I love because it reminds me so much of Dallas in a way. Like when JR, everybody know JR Ewing, you know, he would go to war with his own family over business, but he would never bring physical harm to his family. And I remember one episode when somebody threatened to hurt Bobby. I remember JR smacked the guy in the face and was like, "Don't you ever threaten my brother." You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's like, you know, I can argue with my family. I can go back and forth with them. I could do whatever. I could screw them over in business. But one thing I would never do is allow somebody to come in and harm them because I wouldn't harm them. So I'm not going to let you do it. You know what I'm saying? So I love how defensive, you know, Alex got her, how protective he got of Sonny. So then Sonny noticed that the company that he was trying to get in London that pretty much got taken out from under him that Alex ended up buying, he got an email that somebody that the LLC was trying to sell that same company to Titan. And Sonny was like, "Oh, nah, this don't seem right or whatever. I'm going to pass on that." Alex was so frustrated. He was just saying under his breath, like, "Damn, bro, I'm trying to help you out here. Like, take the deal." And I agree. It's like, this is the deal that you wanted. But Sonny felt like it was suspect because he was like, they're trying to sell it for the same price, like for, you know, no profit, basically. Like, Alex didn't, that was the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Like, Alex was trying to get him a fair deal on that. And I feel like Sonny needs to take that deal. Like, Sonny needs to be a better CEO. You know, like, you're sitting here about to overbuy a company. You're about to overpay. So I'm glad that, you know, Alex jumped in to try to help him. And hopefully Sonny changes his mind and buys the damn company. I don't trust Alex to an extent because it's like, even though he's protective of his family, I believe Alex would definitely, you know, undercut Sonny for the CEO position. He definitely would. I could see him doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that he genuinely loves his brother and he wants to help him. So anyway, moving on from that. Jada and Chad are at the mansion, trying to find evidence that Leo was at the house and stuff. My thing is, why is Chad being brought in to help the Salem PD look for evidence? He shouldn't. First of all, she should have went there with some officers and told Chad to just sit in the living room or something. So they went down to the wine cellar slash the tunnels and stuff like that. And Jada brought up a damn good point. She was like, "Why the hell do y'all even have these tunnels? Like, why do y'all have them?" And I happen to agree because she was like, "Why don't y'all seal these shits up?" And he was like, "Oh, where are we supposed to put the wine in?" You know what I mean? Fucking rich people got a wine cellar in their house, but they don't have anything in the wine cellar that would have anybody just exit and enter their home whenever they felt like it. I think having them damn tunnels is a horrible idea for safety reasons. That means anybody could just pop up in your home, especially when you got kids living there. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge safety hazard. Huge. Um, so they ended up finding a fork or whatever. They found some evidence that Leo was definitely in that basement pretty much. He was definitely down there. And Chad went and rushed over to Gwen's because he felt like somebody had to have told Leo about the tunnels. And he knew that Gwen knew about those tunnels. Because, Jack went over to see her or whatever, trying to ask if Leo is capable of murder and stuff, and she was just basically telling him like, nah, Leo not capable of it. So Chad was pretty much accusing her of helping Leo plot the murder and stuff like that and set it all up. And she was like, I ain't had nothing to do with that. And she said, as far as the Demira tunnels are concerned, this is where I agree with for Gwen. I agree with Gwen because the Demira tunnels are the worst kept secret in Salem. Pretty much everybody know about them damn tunnels. Who don't know about them tunnels? Like, Chad act like ain't nobody in Salem know about them tunnels. Anybody who steps foot in Salem hears about them damn tunnels probably within the first 5 minutes of them being in that town. It's a horrible secret. Everybody know about that. So it's no, like, come on. Get rid of the damn tunnels, you wouldn't have this problem. I hate that Jack continues to defend Gwen and stuff like that. She all crying like, oh, I'm happy that you defend me. Oh, please. She may not have killed Abigail because a part of me think like it's possible she could have. I mean, she was jealous and angry over the girl. But I don't know. Her being the killer could be a red herring. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely feel like she hiding something. She knows something. So moving on from that, I freaking live for Leo. Like, I don't like some of the stuff he do, like that whole drugging or, whatever that he did to Sonny and stuff, making it look like they slept together and all that. That's basically sexual assault. I don't like all that. But Leo funny as hell, though. Leo is hilarious. Like, this dude was just blatantly flirting with Sean. This fool said, no, I'm not dating anybody, and yes, I put out on the first date. I love Leo, though, because you know what? That's some shit I would say. Like, that's why I vibe with him. Like, that's some shit I would say. Like, no, I'm not dating anybody. Yes, I put out on the first date. I know that shit, right? Sean was like, listen, I just came here to ask you some questions about this murder. Leo pretty much was flippant. He was like, listen, I don't know what you speak of. I ain't had nothing to do with no murder. I ain't got nothing to do with it. So his lawyer came up in there. Mind you, his lawyer is a girl named Sloan. The lawyer is the same girl that was at Victor's house that was sleeping with Alex. I said, okay, she's a lawyer. I said, okay, at least he slept with somebody that's educated. I said, all right. No wonder she got annoyed and shit at the house. I said, okay, she not one of them little, stupid bimbos, I guess. She educated. I said, look at her. So basically, she pretty much said, listen, my client is about to leave because all y'all evidence is circumstantial. Y'all ain't got no proof of nothing. Y'all can't tie him to nothing. All you got is a kid and an ex-con. She said that shit ain't gonna hold up in court. So I'm taking him home. Jada came in there pretty much talking about, oh, she got some evidence that's gonna bust this case wide open. It's gonna crack the case. She basically found a fork with Leo's fingerprints on it, which places him at the mansion. And, Sean sitting there talking about, oh, I got enough to lock him up right now. And, I mean, yeah, you got enough to arrest him probably for breaking and entering. Trespassing maybe. But murder, Sean ain't got no evidence for that. Because you don't have the smoking gun. You ain't got a murder weapon with his prints on it. Unless you have that, you have no proof still that he killed Abigail. All you have is proof that he was in the mansion that night. That's all you got. That's still circumstantial. You know what I'm saying? Him being in the mansion don't make him a killer. him having her jewelry don't make him a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get him probably on quite a few charges, but I don't think murder is one yet. So Leo pretty much was like, listen, I know who did murder Abigail. I didn't kill her, but I know who did. Leo probably gonna put the blame on Gwen or somebody. Cause I doubt he probably know who did it. He probably just gonna throw the blame on somebody to get the shit, to get the blame off of himself. I wouldn't be shocked. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought about it, and I will see you all later. Peace.